Launching a business, it certainly takes guts, right? Sustaining it, though, it takes a lot more than that, a whole lot of energy. Nearly 1 in 5 U.S. businesses actually fail within the first year.
So in honor of Small Business Month, we brought back our favorite mom entrepreneur or mompreneur, Pamela Pekerman, to share some tips on what local entrepreneurs can do to defy those statistics and put more money in their pocket. So good morning, Pamela. Good to have you on.
Good morning, Hazel and Dan. How are you?
Good.
We're good. We're good. Good to see you. So for those who want to be their own bosses and start their own businesses, you have some tips, starting with know your customer. So explain that.
Absolutely. So that's really the foundation. I have a lot of women that come to Hustle Like a Mom and they say, oh, I feel so salesy. Well, the only way to avoid feeling salesy is to know that you are providing value. And the only way you can provide value if you have decoded your community of buyers, your customers. And so I say that you have to create messaging that resonates with your buyers. And here's how you do that. Here's a quick tip. You create one person that if you replicated them 1,000 times, 1,000,000 times, that is the reputation of your buying community. And it's really important when you do that homework that you know them in a 360 way. So you show up with the language and to the events, and you save time not showing up where you don't belong, because you want to speak to them in the language that will resonate with them. And you also want to show up, are they a TikTok person? Are they an Instagram person? Which pop-up should I go to? What neighborhood should I be selling my product to? Where should I open up my brick and mortar? So that's all really important. So don't just think of them as that transaction of getting to their wallet, which is important, I get it. But think of them in a way that if you saw them walking down the street, you're like, oh, that's my person. How are you? And you know how to talk to them like your best one.
Yeah, that's important, right? And that personalization is certainly key. But there's also the whole idea of finances and this financial structure and developing it, right? So what do entrepreneurs need to keep in mind when it comes to the good old-fashioned money, cash?
So cash money. So first and foremost, we had a huge boom, even here, especially in New York, we had a huge boom of entrepreneurship during COVID. But a lot of things that started as side hustles and hobbies are now real businesses. Real businesses need to be treated as such. So please make sure you have a dedicated credit card for your business. Make sure that you have a dedicated bank account. You don't want to commingle. And also, because you're never then really going to see, am I profitable? What am I really spending? So make sure you do that foundational work as soon as possible. Even if you haven't done it for the first, let's say, 2 years, it's never too late. Do it as soon as possible, and make sure that when you bank, that you have a banking relationship. I know myself, I bank with KeyBank, and it's really important for me to be able to know my local branch manager, because your bank has hidden benefits that you don't have to pay for, like resources. Yes. So make sure you bank with somebody that is there for you, understands your business, and can also give you extra support along the way to structure your finances.
One of the other tips you have is don't leave money on the table. What do you mean by that, not leaving money on the table?
Well, much like, they always say the two things always left at the end of the world would be share and cockroaches. Well, email can be added to that list. It is the one form of marketing that will never go away. And so while I'm not saying don't focus on your social and all that, but email is so intimate. For you to want to give Hustle Like a Mom, for example, your email, that's a big relationship. And so you need to take that very seriously. Email has a much higher ROI than any other form of marketing. So just make sure, even if it's once a month, that you're sending out an email. I call it a love letter, a newsletter to my community. Offer tips with relation to your business and your services, or even your product, like how to style something, and then let them know what's new, because statistically, you need to see something approximately 7 times to be reminded to buy it. So there's nothing wrong with sending, at the very least, a monthly email, but I certainly recommend everybody to do it once a week with their business, and you will see ROI.
Okay, there you go. Lastly, persistence, by the way. Persistence is key. If I get the email about the same product, I'm like, okay, fine, I'll buy it finally. Right? Because I was interested in the first place, and then you finally got me. You roped me in. Okay, so let's talk about the getting help from others as well. Some good places to go to for help that maybe won't break the bank.
Absolutely. So I love free, and there's so many free services here in New York. Mayor Adams is really doing a remarkable job of keeping small businesses happy and making the funds come their way. So if you go to nyc.gov and you check out the small business services, you will find mentorship opportunities. You will find free events and services, financial services as well, to help you stay afloat and not only, survive, but begin to thrive in your business, right? Defy the statistics. I also love an organization called score.org. You literally type in your zip code and it'll tell you where there's a local events and support systems and workshops to help you learn email marketing and such. But last but not least, also, I think it's really important for you to find a community, whether it's something you create on your own or let's say you join Hustle Like a Mom, and you meet with for us, for example, like-minded women that are creating and redefining what it means to be a working mom, because you want to be in a setting where there's brainstorming and free resources being shared. Somebody sitting next to you at a Hustle Like a Mom event or an event of your choosing may have some information and save you a step, right?
Yeah.
They may have done that little mistake. Well, I don't want to call it a mistake, a lesson learned. And they'll say, hey, by the way, I tried this. Why don't you try it as well? And so to be able to be in that community is extremely important. And again, just use the resources that our own city offers, because I'm very impressed with what's being offered right now for small businesses in New York City.
Nice.
It's always good to have that support system behind you. Pamela, thank you for sharing all these great tips for Small Business Month. We appreciate it.
Thank you.